Hi,
I
my name's
shake that
Shawn Shaler.
cheesy
That guy
love
down
like
there is
knife
my
on
friend
top
Chris
of the
Ford,
tail.
aka the
Never eat
Objective
no.
Geek. And I did not mute us when we came in. Chris, that's a show of faith that I won't sneeze and you won't. Well, I guess, I don't know. You can rap if you want to when we're coming in. You do that sometimes and people don't hear it except for me. Maybe you want people to hear it. I don't know. Welcome to.
Yeah.
That's your own little creative warm up bubble. You don't want people to see into the bubble. But anyway, welcome to Avatar: The Last Podcasters. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know we missed last week. It's because I had a wild week that we might talk about in a minute. And this week we're just gonna like real tiny, but we wanted to put something up rather than miss 2 weeks. So yeah, Chris, what do you got for us? How you been? What are you up to? Tell me about the news
I'm,
of the Avatar world.
I've been doing great personally. Nothing really big to talk about there. Nothing small or little. You know, my life is my life. Just living my life like it's golden. As Jill Scott would say. She's a singer who has a song called "Live My Life Like It's Golden." But
It sounds like a great
yeah,
song.
it is a great song. It really is.
What was the
Uh,
singer's name? I will
we'll
mark
get
it
to it.
down.
Jill Scott. I could really easily go off on tangent right now, but I'll save it. It's okay. I'll, s- I'll, s- I'll s-
I'm sorry, I have a harsh bedtime today. It's very important to me.
Usually I'll go off on this 5 minute tangent, but not today.
Some other. Oh, she looks like Shirley from Community. At least in this
I mean, I
picture.
guess similar.
At least in this picture right here. Like, she looks like Shirley.
You know, Sean, at first, you're right. Okay, she does. Got it in that
It
picture.
could just be. It could be that one.
I was like, Sean, they don't really look alike at all.
Is this one of those all
That
y'all look
picture,
alike kind
no,
of
that
bad things?
that picture. In your defense, that picture did look. They looked pretty similar in that
That
picture.
that was the first picture that came up. I will say, at a glance at the rest of them, I immediately see what you mean, and retract my statement in a generic sense.
Dang it, we're going on so many tangents right now. But okay. Um. Anyway, today, so recently they released some official Avatar news. Albert Kim did, who is the showrunner of the Netflix Avatar series that Michael Bryan is not involved with at all, which kind of want to get into a little bit later if we have no time. But anyway, so he announced kind of the remainder of the cast, which includes May and Ty Lee, Boomy, the Mechanist, pretty much confirming everything we've learned for like the past 6 months or so from Avatar News. So shout out to them for being like accurate on like all of this stuff. But
Yeah, I don't know where they get their information, but like, good work. Thank you.
some of it is some of it is as simple as, oh, I noticed this actor was in this city while this was filming or whilst this was um, being auditioned for, and they followed all these other actors from the show, and all those actors followed them back. But it's weirdly sometimes that simple. And so that's why I'm like, take this with a grain of salt, but this salt is always tasty. No, that doesn't work. That I don't know how to get how well, I don't know what's the opposite of
Take it with a
taking
grain of salt,
something.
but this salt is delicious. No, this salt
Yeah.
is this salt is empirically been accurate in the past.
Yes, that's
This
how that
I don't know how
saying goes.
salt gets objective, but this salt is doing good work.
Yeah. So yeah, so like it's just like he Avatar News then like so tweeted out his previous tweets of like this was like we scooped this on March of this year and like now it's October. Um, anyway, it was cast announcements. You know, I forgot their name. Forgot his name from Ghost. You know, he's King Boomy. They did say that he's been like it takes him 6 hours in wardrobe, so that's interesting. That must be kind of. I'm guessing he'll have like a bunch of. I can't hear you. Um, I can't hear you. Mm.
The
Um,
main male lead from Ghost.
yes.
I can't think of his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah, I can't remember his name either. Um, So they said he does go through like 6 hours of make hair and makeup and stuff, and he did go through like a body regimen. So that'll be interesting. I'm really excited to see how that turns out. Very excited to see Danny Pudi. Hope he gets more to do as the Mechanist. Um,
Or just that the
oh, one
Mechanist
thing,
gets a bigger role or whatever.
yeah, one new item that no one knew, probably because it's a voice acting and that's kind of easier to conceal, is that George Takai, or is it Takei? I always get that mixed up. Sorry, I did the same thing at our panel,
I know.
and
I
so
say Takei, but I'm probably wrong.
I want to say Takai.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He will. So he will be voicing Wang Qing Tong, the owl spirit, he who knows 10,000 things.
That's fantastic.
Which, yeah, no, that's great. That's some great casting there. Um, which is interesting because that doesn't come in until season 2, about episode 8 or 9. So I wonder if they're bringing him in early, that character in early because of Zhao. You know, Zhao found out about the moon and ocean spirit because he went to the spirit library. Like, will they flash back to that, or will they use that sort of as, I don't know, place setting for like more exposition dumps of things? Will they visit? You know, they probably
Is
won't. If I had to guess, Team Avatar will not visit the spirit library because Toph has still not been cast yet, and Toph in the spirit library, or not out of, but that whole deal is a huge deal. You know, because Toph is the one who's outside. Asapa gets kidnapped. Yeah.
just rub it in her face, why don't you, Chris? She tried her best. But the owl is a spirit, right? So we've got some
You
doors
know,
open
yeah,
that they could play with.
yeah. Which that is, I don't know. I was having this random thought about that spirit owl because out of all the spirits, he's like the most physical one.
Yeah, he
Like
just seems like a
Sokka,
big regular owl.
and like he seems like he's, when he gets all mad, his neck turns into like more of a snake like thing. Like he just seems like a cross hybrid of a snake and an owl, which seems like it would fit in the physical world of Avatar. And like when Sokka hit him, like Sokka physically hit him like with the book. Like he seems, no other spirit is like that physical, but he is a spirit though. Oh, he's just an
Is it
interesting.
confirmed that he's a spirit? Also, regular
I mean,
owls
yes.
can do that neck stretchy thing a little bit. Like, obviously not to that extreme, but like regular owls are kind of terrifying. I don't care what anybody says.
I saw a picture of an owl with like without its feathers, and they're like constructed so weird.
Their
Or
legs
was
are
it a
so
pink?
long. It's weird.
Yeah, yes, that's what it is. Penguins are also weird when you look at their bone structure. Like if you look at a penguin skeleton, like holy crap,
I'm
that's
just
weird.
gonna I'm gonna keep like tempting you to go on tangents. Did you watch the Mario movie trailer?
You know what? I liked it, Sean. I liked it. I don't. Oh, you know what? I've been thinking about this a lot too, because I was small. So I love voice actors. I'm going on this tangent. I don't care. We got some time.
You have
I
six
love what I
minutes.
love. I love voice actors. You know, I love animation. You know, I love some of the legendary. I love all. You know, I want to say all. That's a, love voice actors. They deserve more credit. They deserve more roles, high profile roles, everything like that. But I think people like to crap on Chris Pratt just for the sake of crapping on Chris Pratt. Like, I don't care about the voice acting for who is doing the voice acting for Mario, because Mario says like three catchphrases. And I've never thought about who should voice Mario, because he doesn't say anything ever, and so I'm like, I don't. Yeah, also, we forget that Chris Pratt, before he was like really famous, voice I forget his name, in the Lego movie. He did a great job in that. That was him being a voice actor. They didn't hire him because he was some movie star. Like he's put in some of the work when it comes to voice acting.
I I don't
Jack
like
Black
hearing
as
Chris Pratt.
Bowser.
I don't like hearing Chris Pratt's voice come out of Mario, but I'm gonna take it to a minor degree. Like it doesn't bother me much, and it looks like the trailer looks good, and I liked it.
Yeah,
And so if they put out a good movie, I'm not really gonna care what Mario sounds like. It's jarring
yeah.
to hear Chris Pratt's just regular Chris Pratt voice come out of Mario. But
And
Toad
sometimes
didn't
people are
sound
like,
really like Toad either. So
Yeah, but Toad, but like it's hard for me to be like, what should these characters sound like when they have more than 3 words in a
well,
sentence?
Toad's voice is
Like,
so distinct, though. Like, have you are you
it's not
familiar?
been, no, not really. I
Okay,
mean, it's just
maybe
these
like
are like,
clips of like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, one of those where he like has more noises and stuff to it. But I'm glad that Toad doesn't sound like Toad. It's terrifying. It's not
like,
terrifying. It's harsh on the ears.
the thing is, on purpose, my son's really into Mario. He loves Mario, and I have not shown him that trailer yet. Even though I'm really tempted to, because I think it's a good
It's
trailer.
a
I think he'll
good
get excited. But
trailer.
that's the problem. He would get excited for it, and I don't know when that movie comes out. I'm pretty sure it's not until spring of
23.
2023 or something. He's gonna be bugging me about it all the time. He's
The
already bugging me about the TV for Christmas every day.
the only thing that I wanted the trailer to do different is when they pan out and they're throwing snowballs at Bowser,
Yeah,
right? And then they
yeah,
shoot a catapult, but the catapult cuts to like three little minions getting hit. I wish the
yeah.
snowball would have just like hit Bowser like in the face, like from that panned out shot, and he just
That's
like
funny. Yeah,
doesn't react at all. Like he
but
just
but you gotta have some slapstick comedy,
no. I
and I
thought
think
that would have
that's
been
where.
perfect. It just hits him and he just doesn't react from that like
Yeah, but that's
wider shot.
dude. That's not. That's like that's no. I get it. That would be good. I think it would work. But I think they might be going. Kids love slapstick comedy. I feel like for slapstick comedy to work, someone has to be hurt, and Bowser wouldn't be hurt.
Okay, what if still just the wide shot, all right? We're staying in that shot. What if
Okay.
they shoot and they like miss it over Bowser and it like knocks over two or three guys right behind him, but still from the
Mm,
see because you get that
I like that.
that
Okay.
wide shot is like
Yes.
the scale is what makes it funny
Mm-hmm.
to me when
Yeah.
it's the little penguins throwing snowballs.
Yeah.
It's a good trailer. I'm excited for the
It is.
movie,
I think
and I
it is.
didn't think I was gonna say that. I did not in 100 years think I was gonna say that.
Yeah. Okay, back to Avatar because we have 2 minutes left. And I'm trying to we
You
ourselves
know what?
on 10.
Take 5 minutes.
Uh,
Take 5. I can stay awake
um,
that long, maybe.
so, okay, this sounds like a weird thing to pet peeve over, and I don't know. Should I even have this conversation? There's this debate I'm going over in my head between um, uh, artists, uh, artist credit when it comes to like Mike and Bryan to Avatar: Last Airbender, and also cultural appropriation, right? Because like, so this is when my thought process started. So all these actors are announced and everything, and like they'll tweet out to Albert Kim, who is the showrunner for the Netflix show. They're like, "Oh, thanks, Albert. Like we like almost like thanks for this opportunity and everything." And like they one thing they have said that many of these actors and actresses are fans of the original show. And I'm like, man, no one's thinking Mike Bryan, which I get it. You don't because Mike Bryan is not involved in it. But I feel like so many of them were like thinking Albert Kim, and I'm somewhat of a staunch defender of Mike Bryan. But then also I'm like, Mike Bryan, like they to me that's not. Mike Bryan have been like somewhat accused of cultural appropriation by I feel like real non sincere people. Like sometimes people just like to complain about stuff, just complain about stuff. I can hear you on mute again. Yeah,
People just throwing shade for no good reason or just to throw
and
shade.
so like, man, I was like, no, man, I hope they give Mike Bryan more credit because like one thing that I think when it comes to someone from a different background telling a story about another culture is that they just need to be respectful, understand that they have a duty to tell the story the right way, to get input from different voices and everything. And I feel like Michael Bryan's done that. And I feel the same way um, as like the Watchmen TV series, like Damon Lindelof, who did that show was like one thing. Why would I do a sequel to Watchmen? It's one of the things you don't do sequels to. And why would I tell a story as a white guy about the Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921? But he was like, well, like he felt the urge to tell the story, and he made sure he was like, well, if I don't tell it, like who will? And as a person who is a descendant of Tulsa Race massacres, survivors, like I feel perfectly fine with him telling that story because he approached it in a genuine manner. He got people in the writers' room to make sure it was diverse, to get those voices in, to make sure the story is told in the correct way. Um, and I love that series. And so, I can't speak on behalf of Asian people when it comes to Avatar. So, well, also one thing Avatar goes beyond pretty much anyone that's not Europe, they take some type of uh at some point in the show they take some type of influence from, whether it's like North Africa or of course Native Americans and Inuits and Pacific Islanders, and of course in the Asian, all throughout Asia, whether that's India, Japan, China, Korea. Um, anyway,
Just
so
makes me
random
think
thought
of
that
that
I had.
Aziz Ansari bit with this. You must be pretty excited about all this Slumdog Millionaire stuff, huh? Is this how white people feel all the time?
We're white people.
We are white people.
the, do- the Departed. So he started just
I
naming
can't think of the
everything.
other movie he says. I know Slumdog Millionaire, and then what's the other movie that he says? Everything but Slumdog Millionaire and
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
We are white people.
Yeah. I wish I had. I'm excited. I'm more. I mean, this cast is great. June, the person cast is June. She looks fantastic for June. The cast is coming together like so freaking well. Um, really, really excited for it. But yeah, we've kind of gone over, I feel like, all the casting announcements. The only thing they haven't announced yet, who's voicing Appa and Momo. Like, I wonder, will they try and get D. Bradley Baker back?
That would be a cute
But
toss back. That was a great episode of their podcast, of the Avatar podcast, by the way. Probably my
yeah,
favorite one, with D. Bradley Baker on
yeah.
there talking
I
about
used
how he
to sometimes.
conjures all of his noises.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
listen, I know all
and
the casting
then
is neat, but I still have like a barrier. I don't know. Everything I usually get the benefit of the doubt out of the gate, but like they had the benefit of the doubt, and then without Mike and Bryan, I feel like they had to earn my appreciation back, kind of. I don't know. I'm still just
yeah,
really skeptical. Like Mike and Bryan left for a reason, and I have a feeling I'm gonna
yeah.
side with
Like,
Mike
well,
and Bryan on whatever that is.
yeah. I have a question for another future podcast episode that I think might be interesting with regards to the Netflix series. I'll let people ponder it, and I'll put it out there. Just should don't answer now, Sean, because we're gonna go off on a whole nother tangent.
Is this what you just
Would
posted to social?
yes,
Oh, I have an
yeah.
answer, Chris. It's gonna blow your
Okay.
mind. No, it's not, but I have
No,
an answer.
we'll just. Well, we don't have time for that.
We
We'll go
don't.
in deeper in that
I'm
next
going to
time.
bed like now,
Good.
in 5
Do it.
minutes after I post the video. Well, hey. That being said, Chris, how are you? Are you good this week? Did you? Did
Yeah.
I ever ask you?
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
did. Yeah.
I don't I don't honestly know what I am and I'm not allowed to share like publicly, but you may have noticed there's a pack and play in my room that wasn't here 2 weeks ago, and that we're surprised and that the pack and play is already here, and it's not like a it's not like divine intervention or anything. We are foster parents and we are their children in our house right now, and life is crazy. But I think I'm getting close to a regular schedule of sleeping ish question mark, where hopefully we will be able to resume normal activities next week. I hope, if I'm awake.
Congratulations, Sean. I don't think I've told you the word congratulations, but it's
I don't know if you
very,
used that word. You did
no,
drop an F bomb in excitement, and that was pretty
yeah,
funny to me.
yeah, that's the biggest congratulations you can get from Chris
I thought
Ford.
so. Yeah, you
So,
don't take that stuff lightly. You use it with artistic, artistic
licensing.
discretion.
Oh, yes, discretion.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
so no, I took that as high praise. No, thank you. So far, so good. Everybody is still alive and mostly healthy. I'm probably the bottom of that because everybody else in the house sleeps better than I do, and I think that's
Mm,
bullshit. But
you
whatever.
have to learn how to step your sleep game up.
I I not joking. I'm reading books right now, Chris, that are trying to teach me how to sleep. Real physical
Uh,
military sleep method physical paper books. Oh,
try
it's
some
horrible.
try some guided meditation.
I have I have the Calm app from work,
Yeah.
and it has
Okay.
guided. I don't pay for the Calm app because it's a subscription, but I will admit that it is a good one. and they have guided meditations and sleep stories that I've tried the past couple of nights that kind of do the trick. And
Okay.
it takes a little practice too, right? It's not gonna. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. I will get better at sleeping.
Did I tell you that? I'm sorry, this isn't like a real tangent, but it has a good conversation. I tell you that I was doing a guided meditation at work, and like we have like these dark rooms that you just go to and just lay down. And I took a nap, like like I took like a 40-minute nap at work. It was a complete acid. It was a good nap.
Everybody walks by is like, that guy meditates so hard, man.
Yeah.
Meditates to the max. It's in a
Anyway,
comatose
it's
state.
9:48.
Yep, I'm going
We're
to bed.
like 6 minutes over.
That's ridiculous. We don't have the budget for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the short episode. Thank you all for your patience last couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll resume normalcy soon-ish, ? If I have to, I'll just bring them down here. We'll hang out, whatever. Actually, I doubt they're supposed to be on camera. That's probably not good. Would be convenient though, because like I could see, I would be able to, know. But anyway, thank you all for listening. This Avatar: The Last Podcasters. My name's Shawn. That's Chris Ford, aka The Objective Geek, of YouTube and Twitter fame and book review fame. The list gets longer. You're like a Targaryen. It just keeps getting longer. And we'll see you guys next week.
Almost went off on another tangent there.
Chris, you got
Well,
18 seconds of closing screen.
Okay. Let me talk. Like my Targaryen name would be like Christopher for first or fifth name, or second, depending on it. His father has a different middle name, but his cousin also has the same name, but his son has the name. I mean, he might have another cousin with the name.